I've been climbing mountains since I was a teenager, so it seemed natural to eventually organize a trip to go up to the summit of Killaminjaro. I felt like I was on an old-fashioned Himalayan expedition here. We had over 30 porters for our group of 14. There's my friend Garth Thompson from Zimbabwe. He's the one that organized this trip. And we climbed together up into what's known as the Shira Plateau, seeing birds like the lammergeier flying in the mist, waking up in the morning in sub-zero temperatures where the nighttime temperatures went down so low that it covered the landscape with frost. As soon as the sun came up, though, that equatorial heat started to dissipate any of the frost on our tents or on the vegetation, and shortly after, we were climbing up to our next camp. We did the mountain in stages to acclimatize as we went up. The failure rate on Killaminjaro is quite high. The trick is to spend as much time as you can on the mountain. And here's one of our camps at about 4,000 meters, overlooking the landscapes beyond. And eventually we climbed high and camped at the 5,000 meter level, right at the ice line. And in the evening, the clouds dissipated below. We had a beautiful, clear sky, perfect for our ascent of the mountain, which started at midnight. We started off initially with headlamps, but we realized the full moon gave us plenty of light to climb the steep slopes up the Shira Plateau. Right at sunrise, the shadow of Killaminjaro, the moon just setting, we were truly in the land of African ice. We only had a couple of hundred meters to go to the summit, and that ridge was done very slowly, our feet feeling like lead. We walked past these gargoyles of snow, eroded away by the equatorial sun, and then finally we stood proudly on the summit of Killaminjaro, 5,800 plus meters above sea level. We felt like we had finally reached the height of Africa, and indeed we had. I'm holding the camera here in my hand and doing a 360 view, my wife and I looking very excited with our accomplishment of being on the summit. Some of my friends didn't even know they made it to the summit until I showed them the video later on. It was absolutely exhausting, but they quickly revived as we descended down to our next camp, down the other side of the mountain, having accomplished a complete traverse of Mount Killaminjaro.